Hello class, my name is Thomas Ridley and this is going to be my first video reflection assignment. As I start off this video, I want to talk about the difference between risk management and resilience management. When it comes to risk management, you're more so avoiding potential problems that your business might have, whereas resilience management is taking these problems head on, going through issues, trials, and tribulations, and about how you bounce back. Resilience is a key concept in life that we need for work, friendships, relationships, parenthood, parenting, and all of these other factors of our life, which is why it's extremely important. When listening to the first TED Talk that was assigned, one thing that the speaker said is accepting challenges. Challenges are good for growth, and that is also a huge part of being resilient, being able to go through trials and tribulations and getting through them. When it comes to another thing I learned while listening to the original TED Talk was how much our brain and bodily functions play into being resilient. Our brain is extremely complex, and so much goes into it our everyday lives that we don't think about. When listening to the TED Talk again, the speaker talked about a story where he worked as a pilot instructor. And it wasn't our typical planes, like commercial planes. It was wind-based planes, I believe, or something along those lines. And he talked about a story where he wasn't on it that day. He had a lot going on, family problems, and his mother wasn't feeling well. She was sick and on her last few months. And this day he went into work, and what he was going through affected him. Now, being a pilot instructor of any type of plane is a serious job, and you need to be on your P's and Q's every day to be able to not only teach your students, but make it back safely. And on this day, he openly admitted he wasn't, and he said he was telling his pilot going right, or his student going right, but had left-hand signals and vice versa, and all things that you honestly can't afford to do in a position like that. And it got to a point where he was in a dangerous zone where it didn't look like he could make it. And he had to, again, use resilience, use his lean on his learning and his confidence and his abilities to get out of that situation and make it back, which he did. But just hearing about resilience in the life or death aspect opens up your brain to how important it is, not just in the work world or athletics or things of that nature. Resilience can ultimately be the difference between life or death, which it was in this situation, which is another important thing I've learned early throughout this course, when already having an athletic background, being a parent, and knowing how important resilience is. But seeing it from a life or death standpoint was definitely extremely eye-opening for me. Another thing that you can do as a resilience manager that is extremely important is have resilience assessments. These are small tests where you can put your company, organization in situations to see if they're prepared for trials and tribulations that they may face and may go through. Gap analysis also is a major for this, as it compares the organization's current state to the desired future status, and could be extremely useful in learning the potential resilience of your company or organization.